Hey guys, Brandon Storl here with Pebble Creek Outdoors, and today we're going to do a demonstration on setting the dog-proof trap. Dog-proof traps are a very effective tool in catching a lot of raccoons. They've gained a lot of popularity over the last 10 years, and they really do work well. For those of you who are getting into trapping, or for those of you who want to maximize your trap line, these are a fantastic tool to start with and to really complement or add to your trap line every year. So what I'm going to demonstrate here is one of the most simple ways, in my opinion, to set up a dog proof, and this is how I got started trapping with dog proofs, and that is using a standard stock dog proof trap and a stake, simple stake. This is a piece of 5/8 rebar. You don't need anything quite this robust, but this works very well. There's a million different ways to stake a dog-proof trap and use a dog-proof trap. This is the one we're going to show you today. Like I said, very simple. So what we're going to start out with here is we have a coon trail running across, and we're going to place that trap on the trail and try to catch whatever comes through here. You have to understand the biology of raccoons and how they work and how they travel. Raccoons are creatures of habit, a lot like humans. They take the path of least resistance and they follow the same trails every single day, doing the same thing. They go from the denning tree to the feeding area, from the feeding area to the denning tree. They really don't change anything up until their breeding season in the later months of the year, which is a whole different story. So what we're going to do is by taking advantage of that, we're going to set this dog-proof trap not off to the side, but directly in the middle of the path of the raccoon. You want to basically make that raccoon have to stumble over the trap. What that's going to do is that's going to put his nose right over top of this thing, and he's going to have to really not want to engage this set to avoid it. So the way I set this is I start out, obviously you have the staking portion of the trap. I set the trap. We're going to stake it directly in the middle of the trail. And then for our anchor, we're going to pound that in. I'm going to leave about an inch for swivel around the end. Something that you need to be aware of is that when you're staking, especially using stakes like this, is to not set your trap within a proximity of any trees. If you had a tree or a fence post or something like that, raccoon can actually when he's caught, he can actually get a hold of that and power out some stakes. I've had stakes like this pulled out of the ground and almost missed an animal or two back when I was really learning. So I always try to keep it away from trees or anything like that. It's always a good practice, especially with a standard stake system like this. Now, next thing we're going to use is the bait. We're going to load the bait up using cat food. Cat food, you can go there and go to the store and get some really cheap cat food, and that will work just fine. Over the years, I've developed cat food mixed with corn and having some sort of other bait associated with it. It can be a candy of sort, molasses, anything that appeals to the sweet tooth of a raccoon, because they're basically walking dumpsters. I'm going to take that and place it inside the trap. You can overfill it if you want, over the top, anything that's going to add extra eye appeal and extra bait for them to get after. Last but not least, what we're going to put on is some fish oil. You can get fish oil at pretty much any trapping supply. You don't have to have this to catch raccoons. You'll catch plenty of them. It's just in that extra level that's going to draw them in. You don't want to put this directly on your bait. You just want to put it around the area. And what we're going to do, since we have our trail running this way, is I'm going to squirt up, squirt down, squirt across, and then back towards me. I'm just going to put an X marks the spot. Essentially the reason why I'm doing that, we know these raccoons are walking down this trail. So they're going to pick up on the trail and they're immediately going to be alerted from any direction. But also, if you happen to have one that wanders off the trail and gets off somewhere, they're going to follow. They might catch that scent and follow it straight to your trap. It's almost like making an invisible trail of scent. It's going to draw them in. anyway, that's pretty much it. That's as simple as it gets. I tell you guys, if you go out and you get a few of these dog proofs and you run this staking system with this bait, you're gonna really succeed on a lot of raccoons. It's a fantastic way to get kids into trapping and to help those new trappers really learn and hone their skills and start stacking up fur. Well, anyway, I'm Brandon Stoll with Pebble Creek Outdoors, and thanks for watching.